This guy here is a PNG tuber who goes by just a robot or jar online, and he's in the art commentary community. They got a bunch of weirdos in the art community, so there's lots of commentary to be done there. And he recently stuck his neck out for somebody who goes by Synnibear 03. A couple of weeks ago, they uploaded an apology video where they apologized for grooming. And it's not like much of a very subjective thing. I'll show you in a sec through a re-upload. They recently went back on that apology about 13 days ago and uploaded this my response video. But thanks to Glittering Peachy, we have a re-upload of the original apology.
I was going to make a video talking about a recent document that was released about me, but the situation has gotten much more serious as I realize the damage that I've caused. I've been an irresponsible content creator, and I've been acting inappropriately towards my fans. This alone is enough for me to realize I need to make sweeping changes to how I conduct myself and how I interact with my fans. But the most serious thing I've done is I've groomed a minor. I became
Yeah, it's a pretty serious thing for sure. And they just plainly said it.
friends with a 14-year-old after I made a mental note to myself to not become friends with minors again. And
They became friends with a 14-year-old. After, for some reason, they needed to make a mental note to themselves to do that. They were 20 at this time when they befriended the 14-year-old.
overshared with them. I shared graphic, explicit materials with them when I shouldn't have. I groomed this child, and I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I betrayed everyone who looked up to me. I betrayed my friends. I've done the worst possible thing I could have done, and I'm suffering for my choices. I don't know if I can ever come back to my platform, and it's my own fault. I'm going to seek therapy. I'm stepping away from my social medias, and I'm going to try to figure out why I felt it was appropriate to talk to my fans this way. I don't want
Yeah, that should be a very high priority.
to hurt anyone. I don't want this pattern to repeat itself. I want to be better. Nothing I do will ever.
I just imagine needing to say that. And because I'll show you in a second here. This isn't even like the first time they've had this sort of problem and should have had this realization.
Ever make this right, but I want to make sure it never happens again. I'm sorry to everyone I've ever made uncomfortable with my sexual content. I'm sorry to the victim I groomed. I don't want to say their name, I want to protect their identity. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm ashamed of myself for doing this and hurting everyone. I'll be closing my Discord server. I'm shutting down my Patreon. I won't be posting my art. If I ever come back, it will be years from now.
So, I mean, that's enough to get an idea of just very basically what they did. But so this is the logs with the 14-year-old and uh, Synnibear. I'm just gonna run through some of these messages that have NSFW in them, and you get an idea of what was going on in here. There's lots more than just this, but this gives you a pretty decent idea with a quick run through. Everything else I have to say is that I don't think it is right that your friend chose to show your NSFW art into the public. You already went through this once, and it hurts to go through it twice. Even then, they don't have any context to it there. They're just displaying NSF art on a screen. So that part's not too crazy yet. It's still, I think it's weird that a 14-year-old is doing that, but kids are weird. Dude, Julian tried to copy Sophia's art style and then drew NSFW of her and my groomer and sent it to my groomer, and I found out that Julian is or was friends with my groomer and is making up reasons to why he is this way. And I know this about Jack, but this hits home because I was hospitalized because of my groomer. Sophia is also a minor, so he drew NSFW of somebody who is a minor. There's, generally weird stuff going on in here. They've made their whole personality about being Birdie's ex, and it's exhausting and unfair to the people around him, and especially him because they're making allegations against him that straight up aren't true. And then I had commented on that stupid video Draggy made telling them that their video actually really did suck because their evidence was bare bone at all. It did prove Jack was a sexual teenager with another teenager, which isn't illegal as long as they weren't being intimate with each other. Of course, it's illegal for minors to be sending NSFW or explicit material to each other, but it wasn't from themselves, from my knowledge, just jokes and artwork. I don't even know. They got mad at me for something they gave me access to. They gave me access to their NSFW channel, and people had actively called the way I drew NSFW cute when I was surrounded by literal adults. And then they said that the people in the server were uncomfortable that I was making NSFW when you literally had to give me the role for me to get access to that. I was 11. So this person has been, going to different Discord servers and doing this for a while. So there's probably plenty of other Synnibears out there. Okay. And then this is where it gets to be really insane to me. Prize, I can't show you my hot and sexy NSFW waggles my finger. That's from Synnibear saying that. They want to show them NSFW, but I can't. Waggles my finger. And then, okay, so this next one is slightly NSFW. Just let me know if it crosses a line, involves ass. And then they show the picture to them. It looks like a couple of images. I don't want to get too much into the details. It's just gross and weird. But you can go through all the messages if you want to. NSFW is lewd, you ding dong. Draw what you want, just no porn. So just, you know, condoning that they do that in the server, seemingly. All right. I do have some NSFW images attached to those dudes. It has sex, but there's no visible wiener. So they're showing them an image of porn that they drew, and they're having sex in this picture, but they just censored the wiener. Like, why are you sending that to a 14-year-old as a 20-year-old? That's absolutely insane. And then the 14-year-old replies, "Yippee goofy NSFW lol." So it's been normalized here. I found an actual scenario, but it's slightly NSFW. Spanky. Do you want? Why are you asking them that? Just no, don't show it to them. I forgot you were a baby for a second and almost suggested something NSFW. Too bad you're a baby. Ha ha ha. I do want to apologize to you personally for how I acted toward you. I am really sorry. I should have been an adult and kept things PG here. I shouldn't have shown you my comics and my NSFW doodles. I shouldn't have shown you any of it. I understand you're a minor and thus cannot give proper consent, and I didn't consider that when I asked if I made you uncomfortable. I'm sorry I crossed the line with you. I hope you can forgive me, but I understand if you don't. Again, I should have done better. So 913 say I should have realized and done better. I just want to be clear, our NSFW talk is over. I want to make a promise to you that I will never let this happen again. I will be responsible from now on, but if you ever feel like you don't want to be around me anymore, I will not retaliate if you block me. I love you. I promise to be better. That may not mean much because I promised I wouldn't do this shit after the Pee-wee situation. I will earn people's trust back with my actions. So they're saying they did it in the past. Like, how? How are you making this mistake multiple times? And now they're here a couple days later. No more NSFW. Again, waggles my finger at you. Why are you still being so playful about this? It's taking you at least multiple times to learn this lesson somehow, and you're still being very jokey in the tone about here. And neither of those are the first time that this happened. This is a Discord post by Synnibear03, or it was posted to DeviantArt. It's a post for their Discord server, and it says here, "Who can add me? Anyone. Humans and monsters allowed. I use it for chatting, gaming, roleplay. Only if you're prepared to get kinky." If that's the case, I mean, should it not obviously be 18 plus only adults, not just anyone? So, and this was October 28th, 2017, that they did that. And this server is not the same server that this happened on. There's yeah, this person here, Shadow Side, for people who are discovering this now. Unfortunately, Synny doesn't own this server anymore, but it was handed to me. That's all, just in case you are expecting Synny to be in it. Can provide proof if needed. And I said that in 2020. So yeah, they did this in their server from, roughly 2017 to 2020. Don't know exactly what they were doing, but they're saying they do kinky roleplay, and anyone's allowed. Completely ridiculous. But so all that information's out. That wasn't hard to get. Synnibear is the one that posted the DMs. They had it linked in one of their videos. So after all of that information is out here, this weirdo robot guy thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna defend that.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared of the backlash I'll get from uploading this video. Both my roommate and my girlfriend try to talk me out of uploading it. They think I'm right, but they don't want to see me fight for so long and so hard like I did in the Peaches drama.
Should have listened, bro. You really should have listened to them. He has now deleted the video, but I downloaded it before he did. You really should have listened to their advice. Them saying that you're right, to me, just says that you framed it in a way to get them to say that, because there's no way you give somebody all this information and they're like, oh yeah, that seems like a good idea, post that. Or it would be a good idea if it wasn't such a inflammatory topic. You are right. You are right for sure, but don't upload it because it'd be too controversial.
By the way, Peaches is someone that became a bad person after everything I did for them, so I don't know if Synny will end up the same way or not. But I have to do what I think is right. Who knows, maybe I'm the one in the wrong, but I still feel like I have to do this. A lot of people
He's talking about another person in the art community that he's defended that turned out, even according to him, to be a weirdo.
could have done this video better than me, and hopefully they will, now that I've shown them the ropes. But if I am in the right, the next time something like this happens, can you guys please not say, "Ja, you were right about every other drama, but this time you're wrong," before my video even comes out. That being said, I am not confident that this video will go over well once I upload it. The good news is I don't have to worry about people like Prisonmate Luke coming in and making things worse, but I also can't get help from people like Lio, Peaches, and Doodletones. The last two left YouTube and Lio's reputation is in the dirt, but I do believe they would have been more skeptical about this drama than most people. In many ways, this is like all the big dramas that have ever happened in the commentary community all at once. Just like Spoctor, Synny admitted to it. Just like Peaches, she made a bad first response. And just like Pyro, people painted her as a groomer when she wasn't one. Fortunately,
Yeah, he makes this mistake a lot of saying, well, these other controversies were this way. These other creators did this thing. So that's why I think Synnibear is this way, rather than just objectively looking at the evidence and information that's out there.
or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, this drama has now gotten so big that people outside the Art CC are talking about it, and a lot of non-Art CC people don't think that she's a groomer. Who knows, maybe I'm the one in the wrong. But after seeing what happened in the Spoctor, the Peaches, and the Pyro dramas, I just think we should be at least a little bit more skeptical. Please, do not take my word for this. Do your own research and look into these documents a little bit more carefully. And once again, I want to make this clear.
This guy's saying do more research. He ended up going on Chud Logic stream, who covered this topic before, and then he covered the Synnibear situation, and then he also reacted to this video. This Just a Robot guy sent it to Chud Logic and asked him to review it. It's crazy. But yeah, so Chud Logic berated this poor PNG tuber into deleting his video, or privating. Not actually, he just, talked to him and convinced them that not a great take, and then he said that he was going to private it himself.
Here, Synny is being irresponsible, but in my book, she's not a groomer. Anyways, let's get into the edited down version of the interview I had with Synny. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yeah, so this is a very long video. It's like an hour and a half, but I just want to show you the interview that he did with Synnibear that he included at the end of the video, because it shows you way more of this guy's mindset going into this. Like, it's wild the way that this guy was thinking about it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing I want to ask you, how are you feeling right now?
Kind of dead inside.
That sounds about right. Like, you seem like you've been through quite a bit of a roller coaster lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's my first question, if you don't mind if I begin. Do you mind if I begin?
Am I being recorded?
Actually, sure, I'll ask that. Would you be okay if I record you?
I guess it should be fine.
Okay, so for my first question is, did you actually, like, look at the docs at all?
The first one, yes. The second one, I didn't get a chance to. It was made, so that Jack could upload his video, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay,
I'm
so...
pretty sure
go on.
sure it came out the same day as me making my... Like, the one that, NO made, I'm pretty sure, was made on the exact same day that I recorded my apology video.
And Eno is the 14-year-old, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my first question.
Those are the DMs that we looked at.
I looked at the first doc. Like, I desperately looked all over the first doc. I don't see any grooming going.
Stupid.
Oh yeah. Like, Cinny had her avatar in sexual poses, and I was like, yeah. Have you not seen Naruto or any PG-13 anime? Like,
no, I think a lot of that document was just complete horseshit. Honestly, there were, of course, there were like some things that I do think were problems, like the actual issues.
Yeah, he's just like very much downplaying it right off the bat, even in this interview. And it's not like a thing where he's just gonna ease them into it so then he can go harder at the end. He never goes hard. He never really presses them.
But a lot of it was just bullshit.
yeah, like I was looking at that and I was like, this is so much nothing. Like, okay, sure, there's some stuff in here, but like 90% of it was just nothing. Like you saying, oh, this fan art someone made for me is sexy. It's like, oh no, that she said sexy. I heard the word sexy in a fucking...
Like, just read the DMs. If you're not gonna read the entire doc, just read the DMs that Synnibear posted, and you can see like this is not how a 20-year-old and a 14-year-old should be talking. Like, it really is that easy. If you want to read more of them, by all means, go ahead. But definitely, just why would that not be like the first thing that you go to, right?
Shrek movie when I was a
One of
kid.
them?
Like, oh no. Question one, let's just go in the order I asked you them. Did you take your apology down, and if so, why?
I privated it because I'm making a video, kind of going over why I don't believe I'm actually a groomer.
Oh wow! Why
I
don't you think why don't you think you're a groomer? It's because there's legitimately no evidence of you grooming. Is that's why you think that?
Like, how bizarre. Why are you leading the questions that much? And you know, like you're coming into this just clearly you want them to be innocent with your approach here. Like,
Wow!
I
Why don't
did
you think
believe that.
why don't you think you're a groomer? It's because there's legitimately no evidence of you grooming. Is that's why you think that?
I will be completely honest. I didn't even consider it to be grooming until Jack told me it was grooming.
Oh my fucking god! Of course you did. Of course you did. Because like, here's the thing. I looked through both docs.
he's like so excited for them to not be a groomer. You know, like I can understand if you know, hoping that somebody's not. I hope that all people are not groomers, but you shouldn't be, when there's the information that's out there, you should not be this excited to vindicate that person. You know, look into it and try to figure out the truth for yourself, but just a very, very weird approach to a topic like this.
Okay, were you talking appropriately? Yes. Were you grooming? No. So let me go off topic. Cinny, are you? Can I call you Cinny? Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, it's Cinny.
Okay, I might accidentally call you Sunny by accident, but I'll try to call you Cinny. So, Cinny, like, let me ask you something. Are you, you're straight, right?
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, what, now I'm straight too. No, sorry. Eno is a female, correct? I got the names mixed up.
Eno is AFAB, yeah.
AFAB, okay. So, yeah, you're...
AFAB is assigned female at birth. Most people would call them a female.
Have you ever dated a woman?
When I was 14.
Of course you did.
And I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend when I was 16 because I realized I didn't love her like that, because I realized I don't like women like that.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's not important right now.
And, I mean, it's already kind of weird to have the Smash Bros in the back. First of all, it's pretty distracting. Like, there's a lot going on. And then, like, you could have just had, you know, the Discord or whatever. Maybe you didn't screen record it. You could have just put up some pictures of the two of you or something. very weird tone, but then you're throwing in silly little edits like Mario. Just such a bizarre tone to take for something. It truly is just absolutely bizarre.
Way back when, I like became friends with someone named Peewee. I guess now they go by Bug Spray. I just keep calling them Peewee because that's like ingrained in my brain. That's just who they are to me. I don't know, man. Like we kind of just like, I didn't realize that we only talked for a week before it got weird, but we were just like both being sexual like toward each other, and then like they offered to help me move out by moving in with me, and I wanted very badly to leave my parents' place, so we went through like a lot of planning.
I get wanting to move out from your parents, but that does not mean that you just take any arrangement ever, right? Like you gotta be somewhat discerning.
And then one day they just ghosted me, and I had to work out other arrangements in order to move out.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple days after they ghosted me, they made like a public YouTube video, exposing me, and like they leaked like a shit ton of the art I sent them. Which,
Yeah, and someone made a video defending you, and that video got like 300,000 views or some shit, right?
I don't know how many views it got, but I'm assuming you're talking about the video that Soph the Neko made.
I think it was Softest Echo. But more importantly, so I think you're missing the point of the question. The person who made the first doc, like the old doc about you with the 17-year-old, are they the same person who's making the new doc now?
I don't think so. Also, what was there one that came out before addressing Synnibear 3, or are you just talking about that one?
I heard.
Like, how can it possibly be this confusing? Like, which grooming allegation is this that we were going over? Which victim are you talking about? There should not be a list of them. I mean, that you need to clarify, right? Obviously, it shouldn't happen in the first place, but it definitely shouldn't be a situation where, well, you need to clarify which one are we talking about.
That the same person, I just heard this recently, like today, someone told me that, oh, the same person who is calling Synnibear out in their doc was the same person who was getting onto their case like a year ago when they were 19 and talking with the 17-year-old, and I wanted to run that by you to see if you knew anything.
I don't think so, no. The person who made the Addressing Synnibear 3 document was like a really old, like, ex-friend. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know how to explain, like how much they just don't exist in my brain.
Okay. Well, is Eno friends with the person who made the first doc?
I'm not aware of them even, like, knowing of each other's existence. I mean, obviously, I think... I'm gonna call them Bunny. I'm pretty sure Bunny, like, probably knows about Eno, but I don't think Eno knows who Bunny is. Bunny is the person who made the doc.
Okay. Yeah, and at least from what I can tell from the messages, there was no indication from on my end that you were trying to get with a 14-year-old romantically.
No.
Yeah. With the way people are talking about this, they're making you seem like the next ADP, the next Cosmodor, or whoever the fuck. Like, and this is like the important question I want to ask you. What like pushed you in to like saying like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I groomed a minor. I'm leaving my channel that I've worked so many years on because
Jack.
So what was the thought process there?
I had like a thing in my head where I was just like, oh, this is what like seems like the best option, just to keep everyone happy and safe, I guess. It was most
That admitting to that to grooming would be the best and safest option for everybody. I mean, to me, that says that you were grooming. If you basically people should have been aware of it for their safety. No.
mostly me trying to earn back Jack's trust by being open and honest with the people, like with my own audience.
But you weren't honest with them. You said you groomed someone, and I don't.
I thought I did.
Okay, here's the thing, and was the first.
Why do you get confused on that? Like, how do you get tripped up? I could maybe understand in the setting of like a police interrogation, where you're not allowed to leave and they're using crazy tactics and really pressuring you. Then maybe I could believe it in that situation. But it was just a bunch of other art community people, not scary people that should have been able to pressure you into admitting to something that you didn't do. You had it right in the deleted video. You groomed.
First big red flag to me. At first, I thought this was pretty cut and dry. You got accused, docs were made, there's so much evidence in the doc, they're so long, you must have done it because you admitted to it. So I was working on my video and then I thought, I just had that feeling, the same feeling I got when the Peaches drama started, the same feeling I got when the Spockter drama started. It's that feeling I get in the back of my neck that just tells me something's not right here. And I thought about it, and I was like, Cosmodor did not admit to grooming until it was too late. Neither EDP to this day has not admitted to doing anything wrong. Groomers don't fucking admit to it. So I thought to myself, why would she admit to it? I can't even think of a single groomer who just flat out said, yep, I did it. And
Like, what sort of metric is this? Other groomers didn't admit to it. And one time, a person who wasn't a groomer did admit to it. So that means you didn't do it. Why are you not just looking at the messages?
then I started thinking maybe I should reach out to you and have a chat with you. So what you did was inappropriate. You shouldn't have done that, but I don't think you're Cosmodor level. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're working on a response to everything. Is that right?
I'm trying.
Okay. Well, it's going to be an uphill battle. You made things really bad for yourself by making that apology.
You don't say. Yeah. And you know why it was so bad? Is because they admitted to grooming, which is something that they did. That's why it was so bad for them. But great insight.
I realize that.
Yep. And here's the thing. As much backlash as you're getting right now, the Spockers and Peaches was surprisingly worse, so I think you have a chance of getting out of this.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I think you have a chance of getting out of this. Why is that how you're coming into this conversation? Oh, don't worry, groomer. We can get you out of this. Okay. What how much are they paying you? Why on earth would you do this?
So, what's the plan with you and Jack?
I don't actually think that he's being paid by this person.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I can see what he posts on Twitter. I can tell he's not... he's not my friend.
I would say the same. I don't think that's what friends say about one another.
God, he jumped so fucking far. He's calling me a pedophile.
I haven't seen that, but I've seen other stuff.
I saw, like... I was at work, god damn it, and I saw him say some shit like, live and suffer, pedo bear. I think it's so jarring because he left before I even came home from work. Like, I came home from work and he was just gone. And then sorry, what?
Just...
Nothing here. Just laughing absurdly loud over your story. What? He laughed so hard that she stopped and was like, "Wait, what's going on?"
Oh, it's funny to hear a woman say that for once.
I came home from work and he was gone, and then
Super funny.
the next morning, the police came to my apartment.
Oh
for a wellness
no!
check.
Like, what is he doing? This is like how you're watching a TV show or something. They're at a dramatic part. Oh no! Watch out! Don't go under the dangerous thing or like what? Why is this how he is having this conversation with this person? There's just no attempt to hold them to account or anything here. It is just a friendly chat.
For a wellness check, not for anything bad.
Oh, okay.
I woke up to like the police at my door, and they were just like, "Hey, heard something was going on with you. Your friend called us here," and I was like, "Oh." And then I looked at my phone and I saw that like my real life friend tried calling me multiple times, and Jack tried calling me multiple times, and I texted like both of them, and my real life friend didn't know that the police were coming, so I figured they didn't call them, so it had to be Jack. I told Jack like, "Oh, the police came by." And he was like, "Yeah, we thought you were dead, lol." Like he said LOL at the end of his message, and then he never texted me ever again. And I was like, "Oh, this is good, because this means he's upset with me, but he still cares about me. That's good. He wants to make sure I'm alive." And then like I went to work, and in the middle of my shift, I saw that he made like a big like Twitter thread, basically mocking me. Like he bragged about stealing my friends from me, and he said like, you know, live and suffer, pedo bear. and then he like posted a picture of like a hat that he left on my pillow when he left. Like it was a hat that said groom on it.
Actually, that's something I've been meaning to ask you. So, like, they accused you of touching them inappropriately.
Yeah, fuck him for even like insinuating that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get real here. Me and Professor Dreadlock, we're best buddies, and we're romantic with each other. We slap each other on the ass every now and then. We spook each other. We don't.
Okay, bro. Like, don't really know why that needs to be brought up. That you and your roommate play slap ass. I, I just I don't even I truly cannot understand how this is your approach to something like this. It's just blowing my mind how jovial he is to have this conversation.
Poke each other in the crotch, but we do pretty much everything else. And like when I heard that, I was just like,
Oh, they don't.
you know, I know Jack goes by he him, but like their sex is they're an AFAB, and
Yeah, he's AFAB.
yeah. So two women living with each other. They're going to, I don't know what it's like with two women living with each other, but I can tell you, as a guy who lives with another guy, we sometimes touch each other a bit inappropriately.
I think it should have been like a red flag to literally everyone when Jack showed like me screaming at him like through text, saying, "I always asked you if it was okay, and you said yes," and like no one mentioned that or like said anything about that.
Well, you need to understand this corner of the internet. They're fucking idiots. They will believe what they're told until they're shown the opposite. I mean, come on, you've seen this with the Spocker drama. You've seen this with the Peaches drama. Prismate Luke literally put up screenshots that contradicted what he said, and people went, "Yep, that seems legit to me."
I'm a little thrown off that like the commentators aren't like looking at that.
Actually, that's something I've been meaning to ask you. Aside from me, has anybody reached out to you?
Two YouTubers contacted me and like asked me questions.
The music, I don't know if that's the Smash Bros. Music or what, but it's very out of place. It's like sort of inspirational, taking on the challenge, going on an adventure type music or something. Like I don't know. I think it really would have been better to just, have a picture of the two of you or a black screen or something.
But no one else. Yeah, it was
Okay, so I'm literally the first person who was like, "Hey, I don't think you're as bad as what
You're the
everybody else
second
is saying."
person. The first person was Kumo.
Of course, it's Kumo. Like, I have my own issues with the guy, but like, it sounds like sometimes he could be skeptical in the right areas, and you know what? I think it was skeptical in the right area because like I've heard rumors that you two were collabing together, but I watched his video and I was like,
So this Kumo guy, he the robot guy, he sent a draft of this video to him, and Cuomo then released the video out publicly, and then Just a Robot says he panicked and then just uploaded the thing as is. So that's his excuse that he gave, or one of them at least, for why this video was as terrible as it was.
like I don't.
Collabing is a stretch, but like he's trying to help me like make my video as good as it can be.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Like not a collab, just like he's looking over my stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I was so ready to tear into you, and this was the day I was going
Were you? It didn't seem like you were at all.
to upload it unlisted for my Patreon supporters, and it was gonna go live tomorrow. But then I decided to fact check one more time just to make sure everything was correct, and I've had this feeling for a while, like something isn't right. And after looking at everything, I realized what you did was bad, very bad. If you were you better thank your vagina. If you had a PP, you would be. Oh man, it would not be good for you if you had a PP.
It's just absurd. Why in this conversation at all is the word PP coming up? Why are you using one of the most playful terms you could think of here? And it's also just, I mean, if you want to make the point, I guess make it. I think it's stupid to bring up here. It's like, oh, this would be, people would be more mad at you if you were a man or whatever. Like, maybe that's the case. Maybe it would be worse. Why does it matter? Why at no point are we asking Synnibear about the DMs? Like, how did you think this was? There's just nothing. Not no attempt to hold them accountable whatsoever. It's just being playful and having a fun chat. It's insane.
Man.
Yeah, but people are more forgiving when women do this. But yeah, like, I don't think you're a groomer. I think your friend who you lived with for years convinced you that you were a horrible person. You started thinking you were a horrible person, and you cracked underneath the pressure and decided to say something in a video that made you look really, really, really bad. And I'm guessing you didn't fully grasp what the word groomer meant, right?
I think anyone who was watching my videos might be able to discern that, because
if you could be so lucky. Do you know how dumb these people are?
In my so Jack, I think Jack doesn't understand what grooming is, and I've been getting a lot of my information from him, because one of the things that I know I've said that was incorrect was like, so Jack keeps saying that he was groomed by Kitty Dog when he was 12 and Kitty Dog was 14, and I believed him.
Okay, that's not. I don't
want to downplay his experience in like that he was traumatized. I just, now that I'm like going to therapy and shit, I don't think it was grooming, actually. That doesn't sound fucking right. God. And I feel fucking stupid for like making a video and defending that point.
Okay, you know how the only interaction we had ever was when I commented on your Spockter video?
Yeah.
Okay, in that video you said you were moving in with Birdie, and like, when I heard you bring that up, I was like, haha, well, this is going to be entertaining.
Jack is Birdie. I think they did say that earlier, but just in case. Yeah, so Jack or Birdie was their roommate, and they put out a video, exposing that part of this at least. And that Synnibear, felt pressured to respond to that. And I get it, you can talk about this stuff, but you just uh, I don't understand. It's just way too casual of a conversation. There's nothing here. Or why did you do this? Justify this. How did you get to this point? What are you gonna do better? Like, just nothing. Just laughing, having a laugh.
In a year.
Oh.
No, that's exactly what I thought, because I was like, oh, two artsy sea people underneath the same roof. What could possibly go wrong?
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry I didn't warn you sooner. Honestly, I thought you would throw Jack underneath the bus first. Like, honestly, I thought it would happen the reverse way.
No. God. This entire situation just sucks.
I know, trust me. I've been in your shoes, Peachy's been in your shoes, Spockter.
Yeah, I've been in your grooming shoes before. It, happens to the best of us.
Has been in your shoes. The only thing I'm going to tell you is this: once you're out of this situation, don't fuck up again. Like, don't fuck up like Spockter and Peaches did. Like, here's the thing: when it comes to the Spockter situation, the dude got canceled for being a
Now he's giving the groomer advice on how to handle their controversy.
pussy. Like, if I was in that same situation as him, I would have been like, oh yeah, I stumbled upon it. Looked through all the multiple folders I had on it, saw the 13-year-old nudes, freaked out, ripped it out, stomped on it, and flushed it down my toilet. I'm not a predator, I just held on to those nudes in deep within folders, and that's what happened to me. Oh well, guess I'll keep uploading like I normally did, but instead he was like, no, I'm gonna run away and make people think I'm a predator, like fucking idiot.
I remember people like getting really upset with me when I tried giving like Spockter the benefit of the doubt in my video, where I was just like, maybe he just forgot about it, and then people were like calling me a dick rider.
Well, you are that. Let's be honest here. I've seen how much you coom.
Rude, but anyway.
Come on, you're a coomer. You're like a super coomer. Like, I've seen some of the stuff you've drawn.
Don't remind me of what everyone's seen. Fuck. Alright,
But
So if anything, that should make it more believable for you, robot. Like, I don't know if there's any version where you can see the actual images. I think I've seen people share supposedly what they are, but you can't see them in those logs there.
I'm gonna give you some advice, okay?
No.
You don't want any advice?
Why?
Okay, fine. Damn
Okay,
it.
number one, you're gonna have super coomer. Like, I've seen some of the stuff you've drawn.
Don't remind me of what everyone's seen. Fuck. Alright,
But I'm gonna give you some advice, okay?
No.
You don't want any advice?
I'm gonna give you some advice. Synnibear says no. It's like, no, wait, really, I want to give you advice. No, please, groomer, don't run away without my advice. I'm here to save you.
Okay, fine.
Okay, number one, you're going to have to take the L on the way you are talking to the 14-year-old, but you have to make it clear.
Oh, no, definitely.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that. There's no... Like, listen, I had a 14...
You're gonna have to take the L on the grooming, man. Really, that was not a W move at all. Total L.
Year old, like, hey, I want to make you... I'm a big fan of you, and I want to make you...
Can we get some L's in the chat for that grooming move?
Pulpy. And I was like, no, I know where this is going. This is a fucking honeypot situation. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
in my
You've seen
video,
my Peaches video, right?
I think so.
Okay, when I said adults talk inappropriately around minors all the time, people really took that the wrong way. But, like, I defended myself on my second channel in my Vincent Spellman video. I was like, my dad showed me RoboCop when I was a kid, and that movie had boobies in it. Like, inappropriate things can happen. The kids are saying inappropriate stuff to each other all the time. It's not, like, you're not grooming a kid.
Okay, a parent, misjudging when a movie is appropriate for somebody is not the same as having a Discord server where you're doing NSFW activities and there's no vetting to make sure that they're 18 plus, having ridiculous DMs with people, right? It's way more understandable that a parent would, think a kid would be all right to watch a movie and then they were wrong, It's obviously still not good that would happen, but it makes way more sense, and it's not a continued thing, They're not they're they're not continually showing movies that are fucking up their kids' heads the way that you consistently engaged in Discord chats, multiple Discords with this stuff.
Because you say pee-pee by accident around them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with this stuff, and you're not gonna get all your fans back, people are gonna hate on you, but that is better than people thinking that you're the next Cosmodor. I had to change my Spoctor thumbnail, like the one where you said, coming up to get a cupcake, because I was like, oh, people might take this the wrong way, and I don't like Spoctor, but I don't think he's a groomer or anything like that, so that's why I had to change the thumbnail. And I understand you've heard nothing but bad things about me. I'm pretty sure you think I'm a racist pedo yourself. At least one of those things.
I know you're not looked at in the best light, but I don't actually have any labels to attach to you.
Come on. Not even the racist one.
I'm too stupid. I don't.
But I feel like you're just saying the same thing over. It's the most bizarre approach ever. Just way too jovial.
Yeah, I was mostly thrown for a loop when you said you were coming back from work. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you did YouTube full time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, not...
No! No!
Like, okay, not YouTube full time. But the thing is, I thought you did internet stuff full time because, like, commissions and all that, because, like, I looked at your art style, I was like, hey, this girl draws porn for a living.
All the smaller, like, things that are being, like, said about me, I plan on covering.
Okay, so you know that she draws porn for a living. That's already your opinion of her. But you're convinced there was no grooming. No grooming at all. Even though that's your perception. You think they're a coomer, and you know that they draw porn. Like...
in, like, a second video, like, for example, the scamming thing, and also, like, I'm being called racist because I said something racist.
Come on, sister. You're talking to the racism king over here.
The king of racism. But... I need to, like, talk about that in a separate video, because the first video, the one I'm making right now, is mostly just talking about why I don't think I'm a groomer, and why Jack is mean, he's mean, everyone look at Jack.
Imagine having to make that video. Oh yeah, right now, probably want to be my next video. I'm working on why I'm not a groomer. Yeah, you lost already. You lost if you're making that video.
Right now, alright,
yeah.
No, there's like a bunch of fucking issues I have with Jack after saying all this.
Actually, that reminds me. Does Jack have an IRL job?
No.
Do they receive Social Security?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I heard a story with that. I will admit,
this Jack person did seem to be like a total bum mooch. If I'm remembering their DMs correctly, they didn't want to contribute to rent, and they were saying stuff to when Synnibear was trying to ask them to get them to pay rent. they were saying stuff. Well, I don't, want both of us to have no money, so I'm scared to start paying it and stuff. It was just absolutely ridiculous, and ignoring the fact that if you split the rent, Synnibear would have more money, right? The other person would have a little bit more of a buffer. You could share that. The way every roommate situation should work. I was about to say the way every roommate situation ever works, but there's tons of people like this who just let bums live in their house for way too long.
When I was questioning this, I did watch Kumo's video because I realized, okay, I need to hear someone defending this because, like, sometimes you just need one person to say, the emperor has no clothes for you to actually see that he's naked. Yeah, when I saw his video, not a great video. He kind of rambles a lot. It took forever to actually start. He also has another video that is way shorter. I prefer his second one, but even then the second one is so long. But like, I looked at the video and I was like, this dude doesn't know what he's doing, but like, he's telling the truth. You're not a groomer. You're a lot of things. You're inappropriate with minors. You shouldn't send the stuff you sent. You've had multiple warnings about this. You need to be careful, and like.
Okay. So if you know that they are inappropriate with minors, why are we even quibbling over whether or not it's grooming? Like, you pass the line, right? Like, the line's here. The perception is that Synnibear's here, and you're like, whoa, guys, why are you condemning them? They're only like here. Oh, great point. Just like, yeah, they killed like talking about some person who's killed 25 people or whatever. They get captured by the police and they tell them about all these places and they go and find bodies or whatever, and then some weirdo defending them are like, actually, there's not even very good evidence for 3 or 4 of those. Like, oh, okay, I guess they only killed 21 people then. How is that worth it to you to put your neck out to say that?
Here's the thing, this happens again, it's going to be really bad. So like, you need to double, triple, quintuple check what you're who you're talking to. You need to keep the ages in mind. And if you're gonna start your Discord up again, make it 18 plus.
Yeah, that's also part of my conclusion.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like,
no idea how it took you this long to get there. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm gonna probably have like an age verification thing going on. I don't know how exactly I plan on implementing that yet because I don't want to like. My first idea was to.
So they've never even really thought about doing this before. All the trouble that they've had with this, they've never even really thought about how you might verify that the people in your Discord are adults.
Have people like give me their driver's license, but that seems like a bad idea. That seems
just have them click on it.
As far as I'm aware, that is how some servers do it. To me, I would say, how about everybody just gets out of these weird NSFW servers, right? I don't think we need to be hanging out with our internet friends and showing them porn and stuff. It's just so weird how absurdly normalized all of the Coomer stuff is.
Just have them click on the I promise I'm 18 button. Like that's.
But then people are gonna be like, that's not good enough.
Tell them to make videos on Pornhub instead of you. Then like what I find the funniest thing about this.
So he's saying, Synnibear, you're good as long as they just click a button that says I'm over 18. Then we're good to go. Okay, yeah, yep, that'll have a huge impact. You'll never run into this problem again, Synnibear, if you do that, I'm sure.
Entire drama is like the doc that was like, oh, her character did a sexy pose, and then Jack links it beneath his video, and it ends with the fucking your two characters.
The fucking panty and stalking me.
Yeah, like I know what panty and stalking is, and I know that's not a show I would be like sending to any minor I've spoken to. Let's just say that. And when I saw that, I was just like, I was confused about this. Like people saying, oh, Synnibear 03, she drew a character in sexy poses as porn. Here, let me link it down beneath my video without age restricting it.
I just think it's fucking wild that like.
So other person did dumb things, so you should be good to go with your crimes.
In Jack's video, he's like, I'm not a freak, unlike Synny. Anyway, here's my animation where Synny takes off her underwear and like strips on a pole. Like the irony is palpable. I can't get over that. That's such a
Yeah, their video is not perfect or great by any means. It doesn't excuse what you did.
Please understand where I'm coming from. I'm so pissed off.
I understand where you're coming from. I've been in your shoes multiple times.
Called me a freak, and then you animated my ass.
Yeah, you're both Coomers as far as I'm aware. And I am so glad to finally sit down and talk to you. I was nervous that you wanted.
Yeah, we can tell you're so glad. Look, you've really been looking forward to this just about your entire life.
Have gotten back to me because I've gone back and forth on my videos so much. I've been. I made it really quickly and then realized, oh, I need to find the evidence, and then I had to change this, I had to change that.
You made the video first and then realized, oh, I need to find the evidence. I think you got your process in the wrong order there. Evidence first, then you make the video.
I had to change this and I had to change that, and once I finally had a video all lined up so I could like look through it and fact check it, I was like, oh my god, like I'm so low energy because like I don't really believe in what I'm saying. And then I realized, what am I fucking doing? I should reach out to you to hear your side of the story. And what gave me the courage to do this was I saw that you took or privated your.
Reaching out to the person is reasonable. Try to get both sides of the story, but you shouldn't just be talking to that person and have this tone. It's completely insane. If you had come here and been more confrontational and asked some harder hitting questions and weren't just joshing around with them, that would be different. But if you're doing this, how do you not realize your approach to this is wrong? You're just openly not being critical.
Apology video, and that made me think, maybe she's realizing, hey, I'm not a fucking groomer, just a coomer.
It sucks because I was crying to Jack about it, and Jack, like, understood how much it upset me that in particular was leaked, and now he just doesn't give a shit.
Well, that's why I hate ArtCC people. They're insanely backstabby, like insanely so. Like you can't be friends with them.
Sure, yeah, they might all be shitbags, but I don't care if weirdo groomers get front stabbed or back stabbed, right?
I'm assuming there's probably like a
not literally. I'm not condoning violence, YouTube.
bit of just the fruitcake club thing going in.
Oh, that's gonna be it's gonna be its complete video.
Off topic. I got us off topic.
Okay, so I suggest.
Why is Synnibear bringing things back on track? Why are you not doing that, robot?
You make your video. But here's the thing, everybody hates you already, they can't hate you any more than they do. In fact, so don't rush it. In fact, don't take too much time on it, but don't rush yourself. It's better.
It's pretty much done.
Okay, but here's the thing. When you upload it, be very careful with the title, the description, and the thumbnail. Don't make something that will make people upset. People are upset,
Yeah,
but
no,
like...
my
Great advice. Hey, that very sensitive video that you're making don't do anything that would make people upset when you're doing it. Oh, that's such a good idea. I was gonna put a thumbnail of me stabbing babies and throwing them in a pit, but you know what? You're right. That's probably not a good idea.
This video in particular, I don't want to be provocative like at all. I just want to make sure everyone understands what I'm saying.
Okay. You're going to still get a little backlash for it, but it won't be...
I figure.
It won't be, I don't know, 13,000 dislikes like you got on your apology.
That one didn't age quite so well.
I hope not. I hope I'm my assumption as to
They're throwing memes in there. It's
how it will go is like a bunch of people will like click on it and then immediately dislike it and leave some fucking weird comments, and then as it keeps going, it'll get a lot more leveled out. That's what I assume is going to happen.
You're right. And you're going to have some dumb fuck constantly bring up, like 3 years down the road, someone's going to say, hey, aren't you that groomer person? And you're going to have to deal with that. Like,
that's something that groomers should have to deal with, in my opinion.
I have people
Throw
doing
them at the wall.
Yeah, I have people doing that to me. Because of because my thumbnail had a cupcake in it. I don't regret that. That was fucking hilarious.
Okay, what does that have to do with the topic at hand, robot?
Were there any other questions, or did I
Again, Synnibear is like, let's get back on track, bro.
do good?
I have a few more questions about Birdie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you moved in with Birdie, like, was there at least a small part of you who thought, you know, maybe this is a bad idea?
Finally! Finally! A type of question that you should have been asking.
Actually, no. My entire family was like very against the idea of me moving in with Birdie. In fact, I remember I have a
Just intentionally obtuse. Why do you refuse to listen to advice from people who care about you? I mean, maybe your family doesn't care about you. You have a terrible family life, but they were giving you good advice, so it seems like they care about you on some level.
distinct memory of okay, so I don't know if you know this, but I was friends with Jack Birdie back in like 2020, and that kind of ruined my life for a bit, and so I stopped being his friend. And then like more recently I got
Decided you should live with that person. Good idea, good idea. I wonder why your family said you shouldn't do that.
back in contact with him just because he was on my mind for some reason. And he seemed to be a lot more mellowed out. He was a lot less, like, abrasive, and also happened to be homeless. So, we just started talking again, and like, I remember...
You know, not trying to shit on homeless people, but usually people who have figured things out don't end up homeless, right? So if you already thought this was not a good person to live with, why? Oh, you know what? Now they seem like a chill homeless person. So that now they were probably a good person to live with.
when we were like making our plans to like move in together, whenever I would talk about him to my parents, I would call him Jimmy because I didn't want them to know that I was talking to Jack again. At some point I like opened a separate bank, like a separate savings account just for Jack, and there was like $300 in that savings account for Jack. He keeps asking for that money, and I keep thinking, no, I don't want to give you that money.
He made
$10,000.
He made $10,000.
He made $10,000, and also the fucking
Yeah, that Jack Birdie person made like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter and got 10K from people.
computer he's using to tweet out all this fucking bullshit is one that I bought for him, and it was $600.
How much percentage of the rent did you pay?
Most of it. In fact, I've been paying full rent for like most of our stay here.
Yeah, don't give him the 300.
Yeah, I'm upset because he has my
Yeah, good thing you're giving him advice on this, robot. You absolute weirdo.
jewelry. He fucking stole my jewelry, and it was expensive, and I want it back. And also, I want my cat back. I would like my cat, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, another Kai and Omnia situation. It's always the fucking cat!
He took my cat.
Lizard is obsessed with drawing parallels or comparing this to other situations. Just look at this one objectively, bro. Stop drawing in all of these other things that you could compare it to.
Why? Why is it always the cat? Like,
Well, Jack has like a really like strong connection to the cat, and so he's like, he's really fucking weird about the cat. But like, he took the cat and he took Swerp and left Stupid.
This music in the background is just, you did not. The Smash Bros did not need to be here. It's just way off tone.
So I have one cat and not the other. And Stupid keeps screaming because she's bored, and she doesn't have her playmate anymore, and she's sad.
okay, well, get your cat back. Kai got their cat back, so I'm sure you can get your cat back. Like, why do you guys keep getting in this situation? Kai and Omnia move in together, it's a whole mess. You and Jack move in together, it's a whole mess. Anytime, I don't mean to sound bigoted, but anytime you people move in with one another, it doesn't go well. I mean you people as in ArtCC, this corner of the internet kind of people. Autistic gooners.
Okay, but look, like, 2 is a coincidence.
I mean, that's about the closest he's gotten to any criticism here. Calling them autistic coomers.
We'll wait until the 3rd time happens.
Okay. Ultimately,
Okay, but look, like, 2 is a coincidence. We'll wait until the 3rd time happens.
okay. Ultimately, we have one common enemy, and that's the ArtCC and how they manipulate people. Like, they seem all nice and wholesome, and then they suddenly...
No, yeah, I think the art commentary community is, like, extremely fucking predatory. Like, I thought that even before, like, all this shit happened to me.
Whatever,
God.
whatever punishment you deserve for what you did, you already got it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, okay, I guess you get to be the judge, jury, and God ruler of this controversy. Who are you to just decree this shit?
But yeah, when do you think
We
your
can't
video
have
will be
that.
out?
I'm hoping this week. I'm having to like redo some things. I'm
It's
still debating if I want to keep the last part of my video in, because in the last part of my video where I'm just talking about how Jack has been treating me, like during all this, I started like fucking sobbing, and I'm wondering if that's even like worth keeping in.
I would recommend not keeping in the crying, so people don't think you're emotionally manipulating them.
I feel like God, I feel fucking stupid, but I like a part of me wants to keep it in because I feel like there's value in being vulnerable, but at the same time, it's just like.
No, Robot is right. That's one of the, few unstupid things he said here. You definitely should not put you crying in the video. You don't need to sympathy bait with that. Not on this topic.
Man, people will find any reason to be mad at me.
I know, like, what my biggest problem was all the people saying, like, oh, Synny didn't make a real apology. I was like, that's the most genuine apology I've ever heard in my fucking life. What are you fucking saying?
I saw a lot of people.
So you're saying the apology was genuine? How does that not say that they were apologizing for a real thing? It wouldn't be genuine if they were apologizing for something that they didn't do.
Being like, oh yeah, Synny's mostly just like Synny's not sorry they groomed a minor. They're sorry that Jack
got
is
caught.
leaving. And like Synny's just upset because Jack's
I mean, that's usually the way it goes with crims. They don't mind until they get caught.
going away, and it's like, you're mean, go away.
Okay, to be fair, it did seem that's why you were mostly upset, and I understand it.
To be honest, it was mostly why I was upset, because just
Yeah, let's be honest here.
He's my best friend. My best friend, he's going away. What? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. With friends like this, who needs enemies?
For real. Like even Laurel, like Laurel is
Am I
someone.
right,
like,
pal?
I was so close to Laurel, and now fucking today she uploaded her own video about me. Hey.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
Did you have any other questions?
No, not really. It's just
Yeah, thanks for trying to keep us on track, Synnibear.
after this is all over, after this is all over, like, once you and Jack have your everything sorted out, I recommend you take a break and rest.
Oh no, I plan on that too. Like once this is all dealt with.
Get some rest. Make yourself some soup. You'll feel better soon.
Because
It really fucking sucked when Jack first left, because I was like, well, I'm probably gonna be #1 now, so like, I can't make videos, I can't draw, I have no friends, so like, what do I even do with my time?
Coom.
Like, no, I just ended up playing video games for like a week straight.
Oh my.
Why are you recommending that this person coom with their spare time? Is that not part of the problem?
God.
What the fuck else am I gonna do? Like, literally, all my friends hate me. Like, all of my like friends are just gone.
Good.
And like, I can't draw when I'm super depressed. What reason do I have to even draw if I'm not like able to show it to anyone? Like that's just how my brain works now. I can't draw just for me anymore.
The problem
Once
is
he found out that I was making a video, like he doesn't even know what I plan on saying in the video, but he's already like trying to paint a narrative where like I plan on being super ableist and like calling him unreliable because he's mentally ill. And everyone fucking believes him, but like he has no proof of me even like insinuating I was going to do that. He has nothing. He has nothing, and everyone believes him.
well, that's what the RCC does. They control the narrative. They say you're going to be sexist, racist, ableist, transphobic before your video even comes out. They always do this shit.
I'm so upset that like fucking cool.
Did you just burp into the mic and Synnibear laughed? It's just no attempt to even pretend to take this seriously.
I was the only person like questioning everything. Like he was the first one to contact me. He's the one who's like questioning everyone whenever they talk about this shit, and no one likes him. God damn it.
Well, to be fair, that's what happens when you're not going around when you don't follow the crowd blindly. They excommunicate you. That's what happened to me when I went against the grain. I had to be like, everybody knew the edgy shit I've said in my videos for years, but as soon as I had a different opinion on the Toby drama, suddenly I'm racist. It's weird that no one called me out for that until after I went against the grain.
Strange. And also, I don't fully understand what the Toby drama even was.
No one does. No one
Yeah, or why you're bringing it up.
does. It's
like,
so
even after
confusing.
trying to watch videos about the drama, I was like, wait, is Toby the bad person, or are they calling out a bad person? Like, what the fuck? What am I watching?
Toby did bad. It was exaggerated. And then everybody got distracted because the Peaches and Creep Show art stuff happened.
Rar XD. But
Exactly.
I had a dream when this whole thing, like, when the day Jack left, I think I had a dream where like someone hacked my Twitter and just kept saying the N-word over and over.
I've had that one. Okay, well, tomorrow I'm gonna get to work on the video about you, but I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail. I'm going to have to pick
Gooner.
I'm gonna have to pick what parts work and what don't work. At least I don't have to change the credits, but yeah, I'm gonna be changing my video a lot, and I'm also gonna have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're
Uh-oh! Have fun with that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the video ready because knowing Jack, they're probably gonna panic and try to control the narrative, like...
Of course.
Like you?
And that's gonna be hilarious, but god, I feel so fucking shitty because, like, I'm in a way praying for Jack's downfall, but it's just because his downfall is, like, me coming out of this situation alive.
Yeah,
god.
like... The worst part is...
I feel evil.
I know. Trust me, I feel evil too, but, like, I'm gonna be 100% real here. I don't want to cancel.
You know, if you're feeling evil, you might be doing something bad. Alright? I think evil and bad are generally pretty closely associated.
Anyone. If there could be an alternate timeline where person
I don't want Jack to be cancelled either, I just want him to fucking face consequences for this, because, god, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I don't want Jack to, like, go away forever. I don't want him to, like, suffer constantly. I want...
Well, luckily, Synnibear, all Robot wants is for you to be happy. That seems to be his prime motivation.
to not be Synny the groomer. Like, god.
You have to fight back.
Oh, see, you should have had that feeling of not wanting to be Synny the groomer before you did the grooming. That would have made this whole situation a lot more non-existent.
You don't, people are going to think you're a groomer. And here's the thing, when people think you're a groomer, they think you're a pedophile. And when they think you're a pedophile and a groomer, they think you're a possible child molester. This shit does not stay online. It will link into your real life if you do not fight back.
No, I completely get that. You want to know what happened today? I got called into the back of my workplace, the store I work at, and they told me that people are reporting me because of the YouTube videos coming out, because some of my coworkers know about my YouTube channel. They were, like, following up on that and also, like, telling me, hey, so, like, we keep getting reports about some internet stuff going on. Are there any police reports about this? And I was like, no, because there isn't. There's no police investigation or anything.
I mean, you're cooked. That's what your coworkers are asking you? I mean, honestly, in some situations like that, you could show undeniable proof that you didn't do it. And, you know, people would still feel weird about you, probably. But, I mean, that's not the case here. I cannot imagine your coworkers are ever going to look at you the same. It's not going to be a fun workplace, a hostile work environment, I think, maybe.
Because these guys are morons, and this would get laughed at if the police were involved. Fucking... So luckily, I have my job still. How's that for, like, internet bullshit? I could have gotten fired.
This is why I don't tell people my YouTube channel at my work. But here's the thing, I'm gonna go now, but here's one thing I want you to tell you.
Being worried about this is weird.
It's gonna be a hard uphill battle, but you know what? It was the same way for Hopeless Peaches. And since Hopeless Peaches made it out, I'm gonna help you out. And I'm gonna help you out through this, okay? But I'm gonna ask you something.
Why does he think that he can do that? He is talking like he's the tastemaker of YouTube. He can say, oh, I decree Synnibear, not a groomer. And we all will say, thank you, just a robot. I believe you 100%. Synnibear, innocent and vindicated. So glad you came here to tell me how to think.
Okay. Please do not backstab me.
I don't plan on it. I'm
Okay.
not an asshole.
Okay, it's just, I have to ask that because it happens a lot. I don't
Do you honestly think that this would help you at all? Oh, what the heck? You backstabbed me. How could you? I asked you if you were going to, and you said no. That didn't stop you? What is that going to do?
I don't know why this keeps happening. Hey, I'm gonna help you through your drama. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jar. Oh, you're welcome, Peaches. Anyways, I'm gonna go tell a bunch of people you're racist behind your back. Oh, this sounds great, Peaches. Oh, hey, Junkie, you wanna? I'm gonna help you out with Lulu Bell stuff. Oh, thanks, Jar. Anyways, I'm gonna backstab you in the Toby drama and also call you racist. But like, if you do backstab me, please.
This guy has like a habit of doing this and going out for weirdos and potential weirdos. Maybe some of them deserve this, but I wouldn't have too much faith in this guy after this performance.
Please call me sexist. I'm tired of the racist stuff. Like, I want to be sexist now, okay? Call me homophobic. You know what? Like, I could do that too. Like, here's the thing. I'm way more sexist than I'm racist.
At least you're admitting to it.
What do you know? You're a woman.
Yeah, I feel like I need to, just to be clear, I know.
Like, why is that actually one of the harshest things that he said to this person? I mean, that's about as hard-hitting as this interview got.
What I did was bad, and I know it was fucking stupid. Like, one of the easiest things to not do. I'm not a pedophile. Like, God.
Yeah, it's crazy how easy it is to not groom or inappropriately message minors with NSFW art. It's insanely easy. In fact, unless you're doing one very specific thing in this moment, all you have to do is just keep doing exactly what you're doing, and you won't have this problem.
Damn it.
You're irresponsible. That's for sure. All right. I'm gonna get ready for bed now.
You go bed. You go bed. You get out. Get.
Hey, you have a good night.
So that's it. You're irresponsible, Synnibear. That is some hard-hitting, objective investigations there, robot.
And, keep up the fight, and I'm sure it will end
Keep up the fight, groomer.
well for you. I've seen people get out of it. Oh, one more thing. For 3 to 4 years
Getting out of it. Like, this language is insane.
down the line, don't get a little bit of backlash and suddenly delete your channel like Spocker and Peaches did. Like, don't do
plan on
that.
it.
Huh?
I like my YouTube channel. I don't plan on it.
Yeah, well, Peaches and Spocker seem to really like theirs, and I sure can't find them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Here's the thing. Junkie didn't get canceled for what he did. Neither did Spocker nor did Peaches. They got canceled because they were cowards. Running away is the ultimate admission of guilt. Don't do that.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he is sitting here trying to build up this person. Like, hey, you can do this. You can get through this. I believe in you, all right? This grooming, it doesn't have to take you down, all right? You can get past this. And you can be a great art YouTuber after this. Totally.
Good night, Cinny.
Good Newt.
Enough. Fuck this.
If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, is that this is a cautionary tale of what not to do on the internet. Anyways, I gotta get back to work on my Lio video now.
Are you talking about your behavior?
So to everybody watching this video, I just want to wish you a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night.
I just cannot get over that this guy made this video and supposedly showed it to people, and they were like, yeah, just not worth it. You are right, it's just not worth it. And you posted. There was just no point in that interview at all where you antagonistic. You were just palling around with them. There's no attempt to be discerning or critical or anything. I mean, a good thing that he deleted this video, and Chud Logic scolded him, which I probably covered that scolding because it was very entertaining. I just am amazed that this guy really not only did he take all the steps to get here, but then he still decided to post it. Truly insane, unhinged behavior. And there's just no reason to. It's the same sort of idea with the quartering and Dr. Disrespect. Even if Dr. Disrespect, the 35-year-old, wasn't messaging a 13 or 14-year-old inappropriately, and maybe it was a 17-year-old, why stick your neck out there and vouch for the guy, right? He's already crossed the line. He's a complete creep. Maybe he couldn't technically get charged with PDF charges or whatever. It doesn't really matter when we're just people on the internet talking. We don't have the power to legally punish them anyway. Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever to stick your neck out in this way for somebody. Cover the topic and try to be fair to people, and maybe give people the benefit of the doubt within reason. But you shouldn't go into conversations with people who have these types of accusations and evidence of their chats out and be like, "Oh, hey friend, aren't you so excited for me to be your savior here?" And you see, Chud Logic covered some of the DMs that this guy had with Synnibear, and at one point he's DMing her, "Hey, want to chat just about nothing while I fall asleep? I like to talk to, random people as I drift off to bed." It's like, what are you doing? I don't know. I mean, that's probably enough to, to say on this. But the guy's completely unhinged, and at the very least, he did recognize that and took the video down. Like, getting to this point.